Hey. Hey. Hey.
It's not a bad place. You know, if you have nothing, if you've been beaten, abused, if you're a felon, this is the place, because we are all felons here.
There's a lot of snipers that were out here.
Really? Why?
Because this is very much the terrain of Iraq and such things, and they don't want to be found either. The shooting range over there, there's mock Iraqi village that they made out of containers, and helicopters come here and with green tracer bullets shoot them up.
Like your neighbors, the husband's murdering his wife and stuff like that, and everyone's like, it just sounds like they're fighting again. No, like we'll actually be part of that.
Yeah, we'll step out and say, hey, you're taking it too far this time, man. You gotta slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Make people take breaks and stuff. Take a moment, walk away.
One thing that is kind of the challenges out here, if you make an enemy, they might come burn your camp down. So, you know, they literally come burn the camp down.
What I love about here, because you can come out here and nobody gives a fuck what you drive, who you know, how many followers you have. Like, I'm sorry, let me post a picture and like tap, like,
Yeah.
Let me get a feeling for this. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, what if they take all of that away?
Yeah.
You're stripped away from everything. This is the place that you can actually come down and be like, deliciously fed.
I see that.
It's so good. Stripped free of any fucking anxiety, any like consciousness of like what you're supposed to act like, be like, right? Nobody gives a fuck. That's what I love.
Mostly an art community, an off-grid living, alternative lifestyle type of thing.
They donated the trailer because I asked her, I said, hey, we're looking to buy a trailer to do this. She's like, for what? I was like, suitcase. And she's like, I got one. As long as you use it to help people, you can have this trailer over here. So like that, this isn't just like, this is a coming together of different camps out here trying to put shit together so we can feed people.
And we need a group of people here that can take care of shit like that.
Yeah.
You see the guy at night walking back there? Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Drag his house to the desert. The coyotes will eat him. Like my friend said, he said, yeah, but some motherfuckers say, hey, the guy in the corner, he just shot a guy and put him on the fucking desert.
People ask, what's it like here in Slab City? And I said, it's a cross between Haight-Ashbury, Deadwood, Woodstock, and Burning Man.
And so we bring anybody, really, any artists that want to make things and sell them out here, they're welcome to come.
I'm disabled, you know.
Oh.
So a lot of things I can't do.
Sorry
Stay
about
with
that.
my dog.
He's so cute.
She.
Hey.
And a lot of us are actually doing really, really good work out here that goes beyond just living off-grid. Well, there are a lot of troubled people out here. Everyone is a human being. Every single one of us, and every single one of us have our own little things that we have to deal with and things that we don't have to deal with, and just that people just stop being so bloody judgmental about other people's decisions.
This is Los Angeles, California, and its population over 3.8 million. And this, only 200 miles away, is Slab City, and its population 150 residents year-round, and about 4,000 in the winter months, and that's sometimes. We'll figure out that part later on in the episode. But I know what you're probably thinking. This is quite the contrast between a hustle and bustle place down to a laid-back chill place. Or so we think. Let me explain. Slab City is known to be the last free place on Earth. An unincorporated city in Southern California. No water, power, or sewer services of any kind. You can't even plant crops here because the grounds are too acidic. If I had to explain what Slab City is in just a couple of sentences, it would go a little something like this. If the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome had a baby with the movie Waterworld, the desert version, this is what would come out. And there's no such thing as money here. Well, somewhat. Being that there's no currency at the slabs, and only costs the slabbers on average $100 a month to live, money is not the issue. The issue is how self-sufficient you are.
It looks like this guy pretty much lives off a battery pack. Actually, a few battery packs. As you can see right there on the wall, this is how he's getting electricity. That's kind of cool.
Remember Los Angeles, California? The hustle and bustle there is a lot different than here. In other words, can you make something out of nothing?
And I see you. Okay, so what'd you say these were? These are seats?
Yeah, we got these. These are just things that came off the military vehicles out here off the bombing range. Tires. Right, we didn't take them off there, but they somehow made their way into Slab City, right? And now they would use the old military tires off their big trucks as seats for the people that come here and eat.
That is so cool.
Everything's tried to be reused, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Slab City is definitely not for the faint of heart. Yeah, people are friendly to you, but of course, just like any other place, it's the same difference. You have to earn your stripes around here to stay and live in peace. If people figure out you're a child molester or rapist, they'll burn your house down. But why is it only those two things? It seems anything else gets a pass. So that leaves me a little perplexed. And if you're anything like me, we're going to stay curious, ask blunt questions to the slabbers, who, what, when, where, and how, and try to discover firsthand on what gives these people the drive to live out in the middle of nowhere.
That guy? I saw him passing this morning that way. Now he's coming back.
They're probably here all day doing that, huh?
Yeah, he comes from back there, so he was somewhere back there.
Okay, I see a road closed over there. Do people still go over there? Probably.
This is America.
Yeah, you can do it.
If you know me and you know my content by now, you know I enjoy anything and everything that's abandoned. This place isn't necessarily abandoned, but only seasonally, and that gives me a good enough excuse to pack my things and do a whole story on Slab City. So come with me, we're gonna gather up some slabbers and interview them and learn firsthand what the story is really all about. Here at Slab City, nobody gives a damn about what you do, what you look like, or your social status. As long as you're a good person and treat others with respect and don't make any enemies, your spirit will live on forever here at the Slabs. A perfect example of this will be Dot, a free-spirited person who likes to collect roadkill animal carcasses. Yes, you heard me right. Animal carcasses. She has a creepy taste for decorations, and she owns a 1957 Greyhound bus here in the middle of nowhere. And guess what? It still runs. But underneath all that, you would never guess. But she has a family and talks to her daughter every day. And for years, she had a career in computer programming. From my understanding, she didn't feel at home and was sick and tired of all the hustle and bustle living the city life. Dot is the type of person who craves freedom, the do whatever you want attitude, and you'll understand why in just a moment.
Oh my goodness, I'm afraid. Here we go. Oh my wow. Okay, this is cool.
Kind of a reversal of roles here.
You must be a fan of horror movies.
I love them.
Yeah?
Yep, definitely. Yep.
I could tell.
Yep.
Now, okay, for the viewers, what is the name of this?
Taxidermy dinner party.
Taxidermy. Don't know how you came up with that, but all right, it's cool.
Well, it kind of has a dogs playing poker sort of inspiration. It's not really that at all, but yeah, that was the inspiration. I grew up with one of those over the mantle, like all good 70s houses had. Mostly an art community, an off-grid living, alternative lifestyle type of thing.
Sure.
I decided to turn my home into what is basically a tourist attraction for people to have a reason to come out here besides just East Jesus, Salvation Mountain. I wanted to contribute to the art that was already here.
It looks lovely, by the way. You have a little cozy place.
Thank you. Through here, we're gonna go through this cabinet. So watch your head, tuck and duck. Careful with your camera.
Yes.
Don't hit your head. Nicely done. This is
Wow.
my doll collection so far. This is my Siamese twins and my ring neck.
Dad, I don't even know what to say.
I think it's the freedom to be able to build my house and not have anybody like complain in any way, shape, or form. And not only that, but get support for a lot of the really weird stuff that I do that I didn't think I didn't know people would appreciate it so much. So I think that's probably my favorite thing.
I'm one of them.
Is like getting this voice that I didn't even think anyone wanted to listen to.
Well, you're going to be on YouTube, and I have a pretty loyal following.
Awesome.
So whatever you have here and you sell, they're probably going to come over here and ask for you.
Right on.
Definitely.
I love that. Well, this is the Skeletorarium.
The skeleton. All right, I can't wait.
This is an immersion style art piece. So it starts with my mummified mermaid, where she died in the hands of her lover. Well, he died first, and then she just kind of like wrapped him around her. And then she mummified. The bottom of that thing, and the same thing happened. The rain came, and it, like, the water got under it. And when I pulled it off, I was like, oh my God, I made mermaid skin.
So you're very artistic.
I guess. Well, that's what you call it. Creative, artistic. I do think I probably now have to admit that I do look at things a little bit differently than other people. And now people are starting to appreciate it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, you're welcome to enter here.
Okay.
Just take your camera in and look around. This is the actual Skeletorarium inside here. It's full of bones and weird, creepy things. You gotta make sure you look in the fridge. You go all the way in the back.
I can't wait. All right, so she said to open up the fridge. Let's do that. I'm a bit afraid. How do you open this thing? Is it from this angle? Yes. Oh, that's crazy. This is some Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff right here. Look at that.
With all of, I mean, everything, there is a good and a bad to this place. And the thing that I don't like is the amount of people. First, I don't like the fact that people think it's lawless in any way, or like imply that the people that live here are somehow less, they get looked down on. Like everyone who lives here. Like no one who lives here is looked at from the outside as a fine, upstanding citizen. And a lot of us actually are. And a lot of us are actually doing really, really good work out here that goes beyond just living off grid. Well, there are a lot of troubled people out here. This is the archive, so it's like over 3,000 books jammed inside this trailer. It makes up the furniture, like the base of the bed is all books that were duplicates and stuff. And there's a bed in the back too, same thing.
Like your outfit.
Oh yeah, thanks. I got lots of shorts of cats doing things. This one's in outer space. I've got a cat as a DJ, cat tacos. Yeah, I've got about 6 pairs of shorts with cats doing shit.
And I give them t-shirts and things that come with cats doing weird stuff.
And y'all live next to each other? Or?
Yeah, I just live up there with the I'm out of weed sign.
Oh, how can you miss it? How can you miss? Oh, that was your dog barking at me yesterday. I was.
Oh, okay, yeah, they bark at everybody.
But don't worry, I was nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll let you look at this place.
I would
how about
love
we
to.
take you on this way before we run out of all this beautiful light?
I'll be here tomorrow too.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Okay.
So one more question, Dot.
Sure thing.
If you had one wish,
Uh-huh.
what would you wish?
Shit. Oh. Well, right now. Oh.
I got different answers from different people around
I
here.
don't even know.
You're happy here.
For the most part, I'm pretty happy here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what you think?
Oh, dude, like a 9.5.
That's pretty high.
Like even in the summertime, like there's so many things. That's why it's hard for me to like find something that I would. If I had to make a wish right now. Right now, I'd like to get the vision completely back in both eyes. That would be nice.
Okay.
Because, losing vision in this eye. I'm going to the doctor on Tuesday to find out about it. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. It's something that you don't really notice until you notice, and then it's like it becomes a big thing. So
Definitely.
it's super annoying. But a big wish, like what would I wish for?
It could be anything.
You know what? Mostly, I would just like people to stop being so judgmental about everybody else and realize that everyone is a human being. Every single one of us, and every single one of us have our own little things that we have to deal with and things that we don't have to deal with, and just that people just stop being so bloody judgmental about other people's decisions. You can be judgmental about yours.
Definitely.
But, you know.
I'm just here to listen.
Right?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dot, thank you so much.
Right on.
Fuck DC. We should build a wall around DC and then nuke DC with all the politicians and congressmen and senators and
right.
presidents and all their followers.
Dot is very caring and trusts just about anybody. Which leads us to our next slabber, who goes by the name Agent K. He's the complete opposite. He's the type of guy you have to gain his trust, and if you look out for him, he'll look out for you. A conspiracy theorist at its finest.
I'm Caribe.
How you spell that?
K-A-R-I-B-E.
Okay, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that.
No, it's okay, yeah, no. Most people don't. They call me K.
You're out here in Slab City.
Yeah.
How long?
9 years. I started my 9th year. I don't hate it, but once you adapt, you know, it's a place you call home.
Yeah.
You know, it's not our land, but it's our residence. After 3 years living here,
yeah,
I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And to each their own.
Wow. So another
good people. Don't get me wrong.
Good people.
We all mentally wounded. We all have mental problems,
Uh-huh.
and that's why most people are here. Other people are here because they cannot afford an apartment. They're retired or they're on Social Security.
Uh-huh.
And they're here because they cannot live out there. They wish they can be out there still, you know.
Okay.
Friends and family, but they can't.
So do you feel safe?
Yes.
Living out
yes,
here?
yes.
Totally. Ever had any break-ins or anything?
Like everywhere else, if you don't keep your things safe and somebody needs or wants that, they're going to take it.
Right.
Yeah, we have that problem, but that's everywhere, you know.
And it's just you living in here?
Yeah, just me and my 2 dogs.
Agent K mentioned that if someone needs or wants what you have, they'll take it. And apparently, that's a real thing around here. Traveling along the dusty roads of the slabs, you'll see that most people barricade their houses with whatever they can find, mostly boarded up walls, barbed wire fences, and tires. During the fall and winter, the camps are loaded with people. But when it gets hot outside and most people leave, they dwindle to about 150 people. And that means fair game for whoever wants your stuff. And just like Agent K said, if someone sees something they like, they're gonna take it. I came across a Slabber's Facebook page where they're listing their camp with 5 years worth of building materials and landscaping already finished. And whoever bids the most money gets the camp.
I love the baby doll way up there.
That's my new creation because it was kind of, you know, the wind blew it down, and so I have some new dolls and new. Let me do something with
That
Chucky.
is hilarious.
Chucky, that's the man, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's not a bad place, you know. If you have nothing, if you've been beaten, abused, if you're a felon, this is the place because we are all felons here, and you cannot live in society.
Right.
Here we don't give a shit if you're a felon.
Right.
We don't care.
So you could do heroin here, drugs.
People do what they do.
Right.
I don't know what they do. I don't know if they do heroin. I don't know. But you listen to their stories, and then you kind of comprehend what the hell is going on.
Would you say this will be like a lawless town, like no laws?
It's not a lawless town. Yes and no.
Okay.
We call it lawless because seems like we don't want to abide on the system. Like there's a law, you know, you have to do this. You have to walk your dog on a leash.
Sure.
You know.
Speaking of a lawless town, we just got notified by Agent K's neighbor that someone's going around here killing dogs. And the last time I checked, animal abuse is against the law. But police rarely come out this way, so residents usually take matters into their own hands. So there's somebody around here that's trying to kill animals?
There's a person here. There's a person here.
Hey,
Pito, suave. Yeah, there's a person here that I've heard for a while. Is he the one who killed Luna?
I'm not sure. I just know that someone thinks that he gutted a dog, like cut it open,
and we need a group of people here that can take care of shit like that.
Yeah.
You see the guy at night walking back there? Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Drag his ass to the desert. The coyotes will eat him. Hey, the guy in the corner, he just shot a guy and put him on the fucking desert. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that didn't happen. Because there were no phones, no cell phones.
Right.
So there was nobody's land, no man's land. The cops will not even come here. At the range, people will be parking and not sheriff. Pow, 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 shut the fuck up, pow, pow, get the fuck out. Holy fuck.
Factual that he killed 2 of his own dogs.
That's pathetic.
And they think that he gutted someone else's dog, like hung it up and cut it open.
No, that's different. You kill my dog, you got him. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna gut you. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna gut you. I'm gonna gut you like a fucking guinea pig. And it's very easy. Guinea pig's very easy.
It's getting wild out here, y'all.
It is the Wild West.
I know.
You see people come here and you hear them. Oh, nobody fucking me. Somebody fucking beats them, you know. And in 911, yeah, somebody beat me. And then they press charge, and then they get arrested. And now everybody goes to their camp and they takes everything. When he comes back 3 days later, fuck, my camp is burned down.
Animal abuse seems to be the latest issue around here at the Slabs. It never was in the past, but now it is. Slab City sees newcomers all the time, but as of recently, they are not welcome here because of their hate towards people or even animals. So if any of the Slabbers ever figure out who's been killing all the dogs around here, their place would most likely be set on fire. However, most people here at the Slabs are very friendly, especially towards other animals, and no other person here at the Slabs who illustrates that better than Dr. Spencer. He's a writer and author who has a strong bond with his cats and especially his birds.
Oh wow, that tower up there, huh?
Yeah, the tower up here. I have people walk the balancing beam to show me they're not stoned out of their mind.
Oh, I bet.
They got enough wherewithal to be trusted, and then put $5 here to help me build it another 2 stories higher. I've been here a little over 7 years, and it started with just a bare piece of ground, and I brought this trailer in, and then the container, and I built a swimming pool, and I've got a garden with over 6,000 edible plants growing.
Wow.
And I've got 4 ponds with over 1,000 fish, bluegill, catfish, tilapia, goldfish. I've got about 30 solar panels, and I run 4 freezers and 2 refrigerators, a Starlink satellite system.
So you don't need gas at all?
I don't need gas. I got a solar oven that I'm cooking spaghetti in now, and I cook a whole turkey dinner. I've got a hobbit house that I'm building for my 11-year-old granddaughter Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to go film that. That's quite an interesting thing. I've done it with mostly all driftwood that I've gathered up here. If you've ever read the trilogy, J.R.R. Tolkien, you know all about the hobbits and such things as that. It describes a group of small, plumpy people that live in Ravendale and this and that. It's a fictitious sort of novel.
Gotcha.
The third world, and it's just a great story anyway.
And who's that?
That's Tiger.
Tiger.
She came in here, adopted me about 5 years ago.
Hey, Tiger.
I told her she says, you're waking me up from my afternoon nap. She says, I stay up most of the night guarding this place, but during the day I need my beauty sleep.
Hi, baby. You're so beautiful. So what made you want to move here?
I'm a retired acupuncturist, Chinese herbalist, and a sex therapist. I was tired of the bureaucracy out there. I've been in land development and things like that, and just all the rules and regulations and permits, just It's just, we've got overwhelmed by all of that. And I said, I want to live in a place where it's as free as you could possibly be. But there's no rent, no mortgage, no property taxes, and no building restrictions. So it's about the freest place, and I've been here.
Shoot, maybe I need to live here.
But there's no services either. So you, but you have to bring it in. I've got the Starlink satellite here, Elon Musk Starlink satellite.
Yeah.
So I get really fast internet, and I've got over 30 solar panels and a big screen TV. I can watch 185,000 movies.
Wow.
That's one of the trailers I have. I have two more over there, one for my daughter, and I let other people stay there, and I feed them, and I cook things in my solar oven.
So after chatting with Dr. Spencer, I've learned that most slabbers survive on donations donated to them to fund their never-ending art exhibits. It allows them to keep building onto their art projects and homes. Dr. Spencer, being no exception, will let you walk his balancing beam and climb his outside tower with your donation of $5. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me, so I did just that. And let me tell you, the views from this point are simply astonishing.
What it looks like looking down, so if anybody has vertigo, don't look with me because this is it. Look at this. That's how high those steps are. That's crazy. And this is what Slab City looks like from the highest point of this place.
You can see for miles ahead of you into the vast space of the mountains. And having this much fun for $5 seems like quite a steal to me. You'll get no other experience like it.
And the flames are flying high with the roaring sound. But he doesn't care, for he's not at the city is burning. Fiddlers, fiddling, won't they ever?
So, all of this seems quite interesting to me, because this sort of lifestyle isn't for everyone. I would think most modern day people would be lost out here, because most people wouldn't even know what to do first. It's all about adapting, being self-sufficient, how good you are with your skills to start over and survive. Most modern day people these days just wake up in the morning, get dressed, come home, eat, sleep, and do it all over again like a robot. There's not much internet out here, so people don't even have smartphones or computers. So what do they do for fun to entertain themselves? You might be surprised, but the area does have a decent amount of amenities. Like a homemade library where most visitors come to donate their books, magazines, or other reads. The Slabs has its own skate park where you could bike or rollerblade. And you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but the Slabs has its own natural hot spring.
Here, that's a ladder to get in. I am very tempted to touch that water and just see how it feels. It really is hot in there. Good God, that's hot. Wow. I didn't expect that.
Late night bars, and I may be contradicting myself on this one, but an internet cafe where you can get free Wi-Fi.
So if you want internet, you go here. And one of the first things that it says is, now pet friendly, except for bears. We're not making that mistake again. This is almost creepy, but like in a cool vibey kind of way, you know what I mean?
And of course the music venue called The Range. It really does remind you of something out of a post-apocalyptic world, where you literally have to start from scratch. Because one day, we might have to. Speaking of starting from scratch, meet Lewis. His camp burned down just 3 weeks before shooting this documentary. Lewis, aka Daddy, is a Slab's computer guy, or should I say, tech genius. If anyone has a problem with their electronics, like laptops, smartphones, or radios, bring it to him and he might be able to fix it.
We had a huge fire and I lost both our main campers, so that really, basically I lost everything I owned.
Did somebody burn them?
I don't think so. We didn't see anybody burn them. So it doesn't look like arson. I don't have anybody who's gonna like burn me like that, as far as I know. But you never know. I think an inverter fell over or something. I'm not sure. I didn't see this one start. I was sleeping and I woke up and the house was on fire. So yeah. So I just been living in this little transport since that happened, and just this week I started building it out. It's like a little hacker space because that's what I got it for. It's the only thing I have left with walls and a ceiling, so I've been sleeping in it.
I just noticed they have like RPG grenades on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's a grenade there. There's a one of those flare rounds with a parachute.
Yeah.
Here's a mortar.
Oh wait, is this from the military field?
Yeah. I assume they are.
Yeah.
They're all over the slabs, like you know.
Are any of these active?
No.
Oh. I figured they were.
I wouldn't mess with live ordnance anyway. They're just, I mean, I don't even go to the field up there, like to the bombing range. It's just stuff like I find around the slabs in the desert, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll take that.
Before we continue with Lewis, he mentioned that he found grenades, mortars, and RPG rounds scattered throughout the slabs. How in the world did they even get here in the first place? Every time I talk to a slabber, they always seem to make a comment about the military bombing range just over the mountains.
That's 50 rounds at a time. Every time you hear that, for me, like I'm not willing to risk it out there. Like there's landmines everywhere. I've seen friends of mine get back here and lay on their. They said they were out there having to lay on their back for like 6 hours with bullets literally going and hitting the tip of their hat and shit.
Well, now I'm going to show you firsthand not only what it sounds like, but also what it looks like. I sent up my drone at night near the bombing range out of curiosity, and let me tell you, I wasn't disappointed. Just watch what the slabbers have to listen to every other night when they sleep. So I think now will be the perfect moment to travel back in time to see how Slab City got started. Before USA's entry into World War II, the United States Marine Corps planned a training ground for field and anti-aircraft artillery units in an area accessible by aircraft taking off from carriers near San Diego. But in order to create the base, over 600,000 acres of land had to be acquired. So they did just that. The government announced that the base would be named after the Marine Corps General Robert Henry Dunlap. After construction of Camp Dunlap was completed, it was commissioned on October 15, 1942. The camp had fully functional buildings, water, roads, and sewage collections. The base was used for 3 years during the war. But by 1949, military operations at Camp Dunlap had been significantly reduced. But a skeleton crew continued on until the base was dismantled, demolished, and abandoned by 1956. But the concrete slabs still remain, hence the name Slab City. Currently, a group of Slab City residents have a pending application to purchase the land since 1961, and any proceeds to the sale of Slab City's land will go directly into the California's Teacher Retirement Pension Fund. And any revenue created from one of the most notorious squatters encampments in America will go into that fund. Even though Camp Dunlap is abandoned, there is still a heavy military presence nearby, and it's not uncommon to see helicopters, jets, or even tanks drive by the slabs. In other words, even though Camp Dunlap, or should I say Slab City, is abandoned, the state of California still owns the land, but it is considered BLM land, and you are free to do whatever you want on it. For right now anyway.
Just find a place that's not being used and you can start using it. So that's what's kind of attractive. There's no costs to live here other than food and water.
So if I wanted to just come in here, I wouldn't have to pay anything. I'd just find a spot and just,
that's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't sign no government paperwork or nothing.
Making a border and define your border and yeah.
So define your border with whatever you can find and make it your home. Sound easy enough? This brings me to the Slab City bunkers 1, 2, and 3, and also Camp Dunlap's abandoned water treatment plant, known as the Slab City Castle. Most people don't know about it, even some of the slabbers, because it's hidden but in plain sight. That also has an underground bunker in itself. Camp Dunlap used the bunkers to store ammunition, but today, there are some of the most sought-after locations in the slabs. Why? Because it's hard to burn and does not get affected by hurricane-forced wind. Also, it stays a little cooler in the summer.
Originally, the ammunition bunkers for Camp Dunlap, they're all three purposely designed differently. Different floor layouts, different. Two have tunnels under, one doesn't, so that if if it was overrun or a spy had learned one, you don't know the layout of 2 and 3. So that's the same way in. They don't know about the tunnel. They go in there expecting the tunnel, and there isn't one. Fuck, now we're trapped here. And there were ammunition bunkers. That's why they're so far away from slabs proper. If in case there's an explosion, that's why they're so concrete fortified. That's why they kept their ammunition, and that's why around those bunkers in the sand is where you find a lot of the old ammunition. That's why I find a lot of grenades and stuff. 2 of them have tunnels, one doesn't.
No shit.
Yeah, the one that Sky is in is actually very small. The square footage is only 2 or 3 times the inside of my transport.
Where do the tunnels go?
They live in one room. One goes from one side to the other.
One bunker to the other.
Yeah, so there's a concrete wall in the middle of the bunker 1. I guess 2 different kinds of ammunition or whatever,
Lewis mentions someone by the name Sky that lives in Bunker 3. Get ready, because this is the perfect moment to introduce to you Sky and his wife MJ. They've been living in Bunker 3 for several years, and here is their story.
But they say it was the arsenal for the base, but that's not necessarily true, because inside on the back wall there are places to be handcuffed, wrists and ankles. So it was actually an interrogation torture room, yeah. It gives you the heebie-jeebies sometimes, But we kind of decorated it enough where it don't remind us of that all the time. This ladder I put here thinking it was going to be no, it's wood, I think. Yeah, it's wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's cool, man, because we live so far out, and being artists that grew up on the beach and everything, having people appreciate our art, we never have nobody ever come out here. You're probably the second visitor in 4 months.
I am obsessed with this place.
Yeah.
I love it.
You come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've lived out here We've lived here in this bunker a little over 2 years, and we've never had a visit from the police or anything. Nobody's ever came and said anything or nothing. 2 years ago, we got robbed at gunpoint here, and they took everything we had. Everything. All I had was her and that dog, and we came here with absolutely nothing, no water, no food, no anything, and I started cleaning it up, and this is where we're at now. This is my headless Halloween thing I'm working on.
This right here?
Yeah.
Why does this look like a head?
That's why I found it. It's perfect, ain't it?
What the? It actually looks like 2 eyes.
Yeah, and mouth and everything.
And the frowning mouth.
Yeah. It's good.
Cool.
I'll find some other limbs to make his legs like coming up out of the ground or something.
Oop.
I don't know why I've been standing here watering the damn thing.
I don't think that's coming back to life.
No, I don't think so, but it's gotta like it. You know what I mean?
And y'all married?
Huh?
Y'all married or?
Me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just curious. Y'all have any kids or anything, or is it fur babies?
No, we had no kids. This is not a place for kids, honestly. You know what I mean? But me personally, us having a kid out here, hell no. One reason is because, slabs, extreme temperatures, the weather out here, if the weather don't get you, the people will. I like to say, freshly stolen shit, get it while it's hot. It could have been yours. You got a picture holding it, 50% off, guaranteed to rob you or your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dangerous place. A lot of pedophiles are out here every year that get burned out or disappear. And it's like Slab City is the hub of all evildoers, because nowadays they get online and they look for a place, and Slabs is just a big bullpen, and the law has made it that way. Like, I feel like the law has allowed Slab City to be as it is in order to filter the bad in and sit there at the first guard shack and wait on them to come through, and that's awesome. I've sat there and watched it many times. People come in here that I'd meet and know instantly that there's nobody that we should be around, and then the law picks them up. And there's just, in the last year, there's been like 9 pedophiles been burned out of here.
What did they do? Just
they were on the run for
like rapists and stuff.
Children, yeah. Like these trees that you see, we didn't even have trees out here to that flood. They just washed up. They're huge trees, man. Like I said, I'll show you that footage before you leave. If you want it, I'll see it to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's poor quality, man, because I was out in the
no, that's
in the
fine,
storm,
that's fine.
you know what I mean?
That's
you
fine.
probably clean it up a little bit.
That's fine.
Like this,
I actually can't believe you got footage of the flood.
Man, I was up there,
That's
and I was down
insane.
here taking all this procrastination trash and throwing it in the way, because, I mean, within 10 minutes, see, the thing is, the rain came from that direction, the water came from that direction, down this wash, and what it was, the upper canal broke, and it flooded us out. Within 10 minutes, I had water up to here.
We covered quite a bit in the first part of this documentary. Part 2 begins now. But some things we haven't covered yet, like garbage pickup. Is there any city services? No, not really. But slabbers end up dumping their trash here because most people living here don't have any means of transportation. And what about receiving packages? Does mail service get delivered here? Believe it or not, yes.
FedEx, UPS, any of the commercial carriers will deliver right here to this burned out trailer. Jim still gets fucking FedEx packages. Like if he wants to replace his batteries, he'll put it at 598 BO. The fucking FedEx driver knows that he lives in 1/3 of a trailer that looks destroyed, and he will fucking beep the horn and Jim will come out and get it.
But speaking of transportation, most people that live here can't afford a car. So what do? They get a bicycle. Which brings me to my next slabber, Charlie. He fixes bikes and sells them to people that live around the area. So bicycles and Charlie is a hot commodity here in the slabs.
Amazing. What's the top speed?
Scary as hell. I'd say about 30,
No.
35. Oh man, I had a bike here not too long ago that had a 100cc motor on it. I broke the speedometer the first day.
No.
Oh yeah, it was.
So wait a minute. Wait, is this the gas tank?
Yeah, that's the gas tank.
How
This is
big
one
is
of
this?
them ones I'd say it'll hold about almost a gallon.
Okay,
but
so
see, this is the kind of bike you turn on, you pedal it, boom, the motor fires up, there's the throttle. Nice tires on there, and check this out. These are hard tires. I made these. These don't take air.
what are they made of? That's just rubber.
I crammed rubber in there. I have this one here. I had a 18-inch wheel. I cut it and I put it in there, and I only had a small section where I had to fill in. And then that back tire, it's got one in there, a piece of rubber that's this big around, and I couldn't bend it, so I had to cut grooves in the back of it to be able to bend it to get it to fit in the tire. I'm telling you, man.
That's awesome.
No air, no air.
Charlie definitely seems like a straightforward, no BS kind of guy. He had some problems growing up, just like everyone else, but that's okay because he's more of a giver than a receiver.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to find the ultimate high. I'm just trying to get through life. I mean, I got a lot of demons in my head, man. I mean, I did a lot of time in prison, you know, and that will. I mean, I didn't snap out of it until I was like 30 years old, you know. And
you said you had a lot of demons.
Yeah, you know, just you know, the shit that I've done in life. You know, man, I wasn't a nice guy, dude. I mean, I really was. I got the scars on my body, all that, you know. I just had my God experience one day and it changed my life. I don't think you should follow me, but I mean, I'm trying to live better every day. And I let my reputation here at the Slab speak for itself. Some chick, man, set my house on fire.
That's what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah, she got mad at the girl that was living here and set her house, set my house on fire. To say, because she was mad at her. But she just doesn't realize. She don't realize what she did.
Charlie continued to tell me that the woman that messed with him set his place on fire and most of his bicycles burned. That woman is no longer welcome here at the Slabs. You see, if you pull your own weight around here by helping people out, you become an elder, which means you gain seniority and respect. In other words, word gets around very quickly at the Slabs, so people stick up for you and watch out for you.
But I'm not about all that. If somebody's got a problem here, I'll deal with it. With whoever, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm definitely community minded, and I do the bike shop for the community, But at the same time, I'm trying to pay my bills too, you know.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to make it to retirement, man. This is my home, man. This is where I live. I got my TV together and stuff. And I love cars, man. I love toys. When I was a kid, I couldn't, you know, we were poor. We couldn't afford that kind of stuff. So I built my house so I can be comfortable. And like I said, man, it don't take a lot to make me happy, man. I'm a pretty simple person, man. You know, I got a bed, I got food, I got, you know, you can't come here to Slab City and just think you're gonna lay up. I mean, you got to get up and do something every day. You either got to get water, you got to get food, or you got to do something.
Wandering around the roads of Slab City, you'll find that the Slabs has a soup kitchen. It's basically a food trailer on wheels, and this is where we meet the person who goes by the name Waterboy. You can think of Waterboy as being the caretaker for everyone here at the Slabs, that feeds people, or I guess you can call him the town chef. He does it out of the good of his own heart, and it makes him feel good to take care of everyone else. But don't cross him, or he'll cross you.
We got some socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, all that. It's a canned goods if you want to come back here. Yeah, so we started a soup kitchen and not attached to a camp to get away from Slab City politics, because even in every community there's politicking. So we started, and basically nobody owns it and we just run it. We got a donated trailer.
Sure.
And then we've been getting donations of canned goods, rice, lentils, beans, pretty much everything that all the soup kitchens have left over. And then we use it to give it out, you know what I mean? And I do food bags on Sunday too when I feed. I gave 3 food bags out last Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot of food.
Well, I mean, for the size of the community, it's really not though.
Sure.
That's the thing. So like this is what I keep saying, and I'm trying to get it to catch. Every poor community I've ever lived in, every hood, every fucking ghetto has a soup kitchen. Why? The poorest community in the fucking country doesn't have one. I never understood the process of that. You know what I mean? We've had other like traveling kitchens come in, but we don't have a Slab City soup kitchen. You got a soup kitchen in Brawley, you got a soup kitchen in El Centro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In San Diego, but why one not here? So this is what we've done. We've kind of put this together on the fly. No, this is all free.
This is all free food.
Mm-hmm.
And you get these donations for free.
Yep. Donations will come off my YouTube, come off my Facebook, come out of T's pocket himself personally when we don't have food.
Sure.
He pays out of his own pocket. I just fucking put it together.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the team that we got working on. But mostly everything's donation. Even the trailer that we're sitting in right now is donation.
All donated.
Yep.
Now, do y'all sleep here?
No. Nobody owns the camp.
It's just a soup kitchen.
And it's just a soup kitchen, so there's no camp. Even if I don't like you, I feed you.
Gotcha.
Unless you're a sex offender. Then we're not feeding
you.
Oh,
no. Far from that.
No, I'm just saying, being real, homie. You can edit it out if you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, no, I'm cool.
So I've been a drug dealer my whole life, dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I was the main connect here for a long time. Anybody can tell you. I've been upstate for to prison twice. I also ran fucking illegals back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot. And you know what I'm saying? And I slowly changed my ways around. I sobered up a year ago. I started really young.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started really young. I've been adopted. I've been around on the streets. And I don't know. And it just took me till I was 40 to say I'm done.
Right.
And when I decided I was going to be done with dope, I was going to put my attention and my power into something else. That I always did the dope game and did what I was doing. So hence came the soup kitchen. He asked me, TD right there asked me what he's like, I love this community. I was like, you love my community as much as I love my community, then prove to me that you love my community, right? Because you say you love it. And
right.
He was like, well, what does the community need? Waterboy, I said, it fucking needs a soup kitchen, my boy.
It needs food.
It needs food.
It needs food, water, something
to
live.
Yep.
Gas.
On the house. It just needs a community center. You know what I'm saying? That people can come and get food. You know what I'm saying? Because in the summer it gets real hard here. So there's no power here in this camp. TD, he supplies the propane to cook on it. He also supplied the keg that New Eden supplied the keg that is a keg that we cut the top of it off. So we're cooking out of an actual keg of beer. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good pot.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? He also, like I said, when we don't have it, they supply everything else. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's kind of self-sustaining. It's been working well. Me, for my camp, my personal camp, I have solar and I have a generator.
Sure.
And I have a battery bank, you know what I'm saying? But like here, this is all literally since Christmas. Our first feeding was Christmas. We did 60 pounds of chicken, 20 pounds of ham, and about, I think, 40 pounds of rice that time?
Yep.
Like a dumbass, right? Because we didn't know how much we were gonna, like we're cooking for masses, right? Well, we're not really needing to cook for that many yet, you know what I mean?
So for my viewers out there, if you had any words of wisdom to spread, what would they be?
Pick up the next man behind you instead of putting him the fuck down.
Wow, that's pretty deep. Wow.
Pick up the next man behind you. Reach back, grab the next man up, lift him up, pull him up with you instead of stepping on his ass.
Wow.
That's real shit.
Words of wisdom, for sure. Now, I've been asking other people this question. One more question. If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
Everybody not be hungry. I've been hungry.
You've been hungry.
You know what I mean? That's why I think another thing the soup kitchen is for me, because I was a kid on the streets. I was also in group homes and foster cares and shit like that. You know what I mean? And got adopted out. Like, I've been really, really hungry.
Yeah.
Like, throughout the world hungry. And until you've really been really, really hungry, like, I told myself I'd never be hungry again, and I ain't never been hungry again.
Yeah.
But there's people still out there to this day that are still hungry.
Yeah.
And if it could be, there's enough food to go around. I don't know why the fuck people starving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So, I'm gonna close the door, okay? All right. So this is what it looks like from the outside. Again, this is all to help a freaking PD Walton and New Eden. You know what I'm saying? We got a serpent up there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like. At least that's what everybody says. It's just a big ass log we pulled out of the desert.
Sure.
The Slab City kitchen, written on the front of it, decorated out, and then that's how we cook the food. If you want to see how we really do it, so can't cut off the top.
Now I see y'all have a beer keg here.
Yep.
You cut off the top and put, what is that, red beans and rice?
No, so right now it's lentils, it's rice, a bunch of vegetables. So that was another thing.
That looks mad good.
The rice hasn't gone in yet, but yeah, this is all fresh. There's a paddle, yeah.
Yep, yeah. And our special paddle.
I think it's hot. Like firewood.
Wait, this is a windbreaker? Oh, so this is not active at all?
No.
Oh, this stopped from fire going out.
The wind, yeah, the wind hit it.
And y'all running this thing on propane, I see.
Yeah.
Very simple setup, but effective for sure.
Yep. This was donated to me by Mojo's Camp. That's also involved in doing this.
I saw that on Google Maps.
Yeah, so Mojo's Camp is another big camp out here, and she's the one that donated her camp, her and her little camp right there. Actually, it's a big camp, but they donated the trailer because I asked her. I said, "Hey, we're looking to buy a trailer to do this." And she's like, "For what?" I was like, "Soup kitchen." She's like, "I got one. As long as you use it to help people, you can have this trailer over here." So like that. This isn't just like this is a coming together of different camps out here trying to put shit together so we can feed people. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's pretty cool. Everybody's been pretty cool.
So I asked a couple of other people around here. They have a lot of Jesus tags everywhere. Is that like a thing around here? A lot of people believe in God and Jesus.
Well,
and all that?
I wouldn't say, I can't say a lot of people believe in it. We got people pulling up. I can't believe I say a lot of, there's people that believe in it, but like also Leonard did it. Leonard left his mark. You know what I'm saying? Leonard and I made Adobe with Leonard back in the day. I've been here a long ass fucking time.
Sure.
And Leonard left his mark on Slab City. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? That mountain's part of us.
Do you believe there is a God or no God? Or
Nah, I don't really mess with God. I try to live my life by a moral basis and what's right.
That's fine. I don't judge. I'm just here to listen.
It's good. I respect the question, you know.
Yeah.
I do believe in God.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no question about it.
Okay.
The whole thing, actually, what's gonna happen on the top of that thing is gonna be a little bit of a glimpse of Eden.
Okay.
And the Garden of Eden, but this is part of the serpent of the art piece that will expand out at some point. But yes, God actually, for me, has a very important part of my life because brought me out here to view Salvation Mountain many years ago before Leonard died, and then I realized through a process that maybe there's more of a vision that wants to have happen here.
Sure.
And so I was over there by the Blue Church, and I got this vision, and it's part of what's going to be up there on the top of the mountain. Got to take this real quick.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're gonna finish up our conversation with TD in just a minute, but he mentioned Salvation Mountain and a guy named Leonard leaving his mark on Slab City. So I wanted to know who Leonard was and what did he have to do with Salvation Mountain, and of course, Slab City. Leonard Knight was born on November 1st, 1931, outside of Burlington, Vermont. He grew up on a farm with, of course, cows, pigs, and other animals. He went to a one-room school where he really never enjoyed school and always found a reason to ditch class, because the kids will always make fun of him and bullied him. After sophomore year, he dropped out, and with the Korean War still going on, Leonard was drafted into the United States Army at the age of 20. The prospect of being able to see more of the world appealed to him. He received training as a tank mechanic at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and he was later promoted to a motor pool sergeant, but he always felt uncomfortable ordering people around. He would then receive an honorable discharge from the Army and return back to Vermont. Continuing his life in the late 1960s, found himself in San Diego visiting his sister Irene. She was always talking about the Lord, and it sort of bothered Leonard, until one day something clicked and he accepted Jesus into his heart. And he hasn't been the same ever since. His passion has been unwavering, and his dedication was intense. Back in Vermont, his enthusiasm for the Lord, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost was mostly misunderstood. Leonard's idea was simple, like it says in the Bible. Accept Jesus into your heart, repent for your sins, and be saved. The church leaders said it wasn't that simple, that there was more to it than that. But no one would listen to him. He couldn't make anyone understand how simple he thought it was. Even his own church thought it wasn't that simple. And to keep it short and sweet, he always figured out ways to try to spread the word of the good Lord on a massive scale. Even by printing Bible quotes on the side of a hot air balloon so people could see it better. Until one day his balloon refused to fly. Which brings us here at Slab City, and better yet, Salvation Mountain, where he built with adobe clay, hay bales, and other scraps found in the desert. Leonard created a mountain to deliver his message. God is love. It took many years for Leonard to realize the purpose of his life. But once he discovered his faith, his ever-loving journey to find God began. It is Leonard's hope that his message of love will be seen all over the world, and that all people everywhere will show more love and compassion for their fellow man. He truly believes that love is the answer to a peaceful and harmonious existence. His imagination is limited by only his own perception of the capabilities and powers bestowed upon him by God. Unfortunately, on February 10th, 2014, Leonard passed away at the age of 82, and from a God-forsaken corner of the desert, an elderly, disabled man tried to fulfill his calling to tell the world, God is love. Over the next 3 decades, Leonard Knight's art, faith, and his creation, Salvation Mountain, grew until he became the most visited man on Earth.
Yeah, how it happened was that log, we were out there cutting wood and we pulled it back here on the truck, and it started bouncing around back there like it was almost like alive or something. And then we got it back and we put it here and set it up, and then we started looking at it, it looked like a serpent of some kind. And then if you can see on here on Slab City, on the S, there's a serpent as well.
I see that.
And so, as you maybe heard the story, but in the Garden of Eden, there was also a serpent. So this is actually a start of an art piece that's going to be expanded up there on top of the mountain.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so the tour is going to continue at some point.
Gotcha.
And so we go up there, we're going to go through a little apocalypse, then you're going to get a glimpse of Eden. We're going to turn those 2 big tanks into 2 big pyramids, which will be 3-sided pyramids, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And then the one on the right is going to be the Temple of Love, and the one on the left is the Temple of Life. And that all the mural space around it will explain that. We're going to dome them in and make them hydroponic. And we're going to grow all kinds of food in there. And the pyramids, the sides of the pyramids, are going to be filled with solar panels. And we're going to have like an energy station up there. There is a small version of it up there right now. You can see the top of the pyramids right there. If you see the top of it pop up. But that's you want to drive up there, you can see it. There's also a Mad Max kind of tractor up there too.
Oh, I love Mad
You'll love
Max.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a tractor up there. It's huge, 15 feet high, and it has a big old smiley face in the front. And it's all black.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
definitely
love
have to see that.
So if you get a chance, go up there and take a look.
I will.
I may after Suitcase at some point in time, if you're going to be around, I could take you for a tour up there.
The sun's going down, and I have donations of groceries to give Dot. So the Garden of Eden project will have to wait till another day. TD doesn't live in the slabs, but he helps out the community by feeding people from the soup kitchen and doing community help around the slabs of whatever the people may need. Which perfectly describes Magdalene. She doesn't live here, but is friends with Dot. And just like Dot, she's also tired of the everyday grind of where she lives in Los Angeles. Every other weekend, she'll drive 3 hours to come see Dot and the other slabbers.
To do. I mean, it does in a way, but because people are like, oh, I'm going to go to that place. But at the same time, it keeps a lot of people that should come here and see this away. That there's nothing to be afraid of, especially not during the day.
Understood.
Now, after dark. It's just hard to get around after dark. That's really the problem, more than anything.
Not gonna lie, I love it here.
I know.
The people are so nice.
Yeah, most of us. Yep.
Well, do you know what's so funny? Dot's one of the nice ones. So we saw.
You mind being on YouTube?
I don't mind being on YouTube.
Hey, it's an opportunity. Here we go.
Right? Well, so I don't know if YouTube wants me on.
You never know. If people like you, they'll sub to you.
Oh, I don't. Here's what's unfortunate is I don't give a fuck what people like. That's for sure. Like, I'm so sorry. That's not my problem.
What are you eating there?
Pasta. It's so delicious.
You mind if I get a close-up of that?
No, please come look. So we grilled so much garlic, zucchini.
It smells just like garlic around here, but I love it.
So good. Like, no. So I live in LA and I come out here when I feel that I can't, I'm not a content developer or an Instagrammer.
Sure.
And so I one day woke up and felt like I was suffocating in LA. And because of, what was it? Into the Wild, right? Yeah, that was the one. I heard about Slab City, and my ex-boyfriend actually, he's like, I don't think you can just like wake up and go out there. And I'm like, watch me. So
and you did.
So I did. So I showed up out here in 2017 with a pit bull. I actually came out here for President's Day weekend, which was like the one time that Slab City has a fucking rave. Right? Which it was so insane. And I'm sober, which is like on top of all of it. So I'm like, oh, look at all of this. This is like energy and excitement on a level that you're just like insanely just, it's so much fun.
And you like it out here. Very fun.
Do you know what I love? Live here. Yeah. No.
But just the area, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is what I love about here. I don't live out here. This is what I love about here because you can come out here and nobody gives a fuck what you drive, who you know, how many followers you have. Like, I'm sorry, let me post a picture and like tap, like, let me get a feeling for this. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, what if they take all of that away?
Yeah.
You're stripped away from everything. This is the place that you can actually come down and be like deliciously fed.
I see that.
It's so good. Stripped free of any fucking anxiety, any like consciousness of like what you're supposed to act like, be like, right? Nobody gives a fuck. That's what I love. Like right now, it's what, 2023, and people talk about being in an apocalypse. But look around. People are like, they go to dinner and they don't talk to each other. They're just like on their phones. And it's like, it's actually
all day, every day.
All day, every day. Like we're in a fucking apocalypse right now. Like nobody talks to themselves. We ran out of fucking toilet paper. It's the United States of America. We didn't know how to wipe our own asses.
You noticed that, huh?
Like, we didn't know how to wipe our own asses, and now we're like fretting around, and we're like me. I need the like. Oh my gosh, look at like me. But
where's your favorite place to visit when you're in Slab City? Here?
Okay, no. So honestly, I love Saturday nights at the range. It's open mic night. I don't ever sing, but they got me to get on stage for Builder Bill's 75th birthday. And there was a part of me that's like, holy shit. Like this guy helped 25 years ago build Slab City, and all he wanted to do was just like, Magda, get on stage and sing. I'm like, I sounded like a cat in heat, but I had so much fun. I wailed. I don't know how to sing.
Well, as long as you're having fun, right?
That's all that matters.
Just by talking to Magdalene, you can immediately tell she's very passionate about Slab City and the people that live in it. I wouldn't call her a slabber because she doesn't live here. She only visits. Bringing me to my next set of slabbers, Yodakota and Valkyrie. They're considered to be snowbirds because they only live here in the fall and winter months. But remember what we discussed earlier about temperatures reaching upwards to 120 degrees in the summer?
There's no wind during the summer. You're not getting cooled off at all. It's just hot, hot, hot.
So do you blame them for leaving? No, I didn't think so. During the winter, Slab City has about 4,000 people living in it. But during the summer, that number dwindles down to about 100 to 200 people max. It gets so hot in the summer that people usually cut the fence that guards the Coachella Canal. Not only is it dangerous to swim in, but it's considered to be a felony if you take water from it. It has turbines that spin that move the water along, so swimming or bathing in it isn't recommended, as it could suck you in and immediately resulting in death. And the most important reason you shouldn't go behind this walled-off fence is because it's an unexploded military reservation ordinance, which means they're unexploded bombs and explosive remnants of war that didn't explode yet that's been left behind in these fields of sand.
Are these slugs or something?
That's what the military left behind.
They're 50 cal, but they're not tracers or anything like that. They're not live, or it's just the end of the bullet. Like the shell was holding on to it.
Ah, that is so cool.
Yeah, the bombing range is right over there, and there's a lot of cool pieces that come out of there.
When talking to Valkyrie and Yodakota, I have many, many questions. Why would anyone want to live next to a bombing range? And why would anyone want to live in 120-degree heat? Is opting out of society the new thing? What makes this so enjoyable?
Yeah, to choose my hours, choose my day.
that's very important. And if you had to name one bad thing about living out here, what would it be?
I would say it's the heat.
The heat?
It hits 120 in the shade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like Iraq.
Yeah, I absolutely love it though. Like,
it's a double-edged sword on saying this too. Dogs, you know,
Yeah.
they're good, but they're also bad. Like,
yeah, those that don't hold on to their dogs, they could hold on to their dogs better.
yeah, it's a double-edged sword though, because the dogs are awesome though.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when
This is a really good place for them.
when you say dogs, you mean like dogs that like roam around the neighborhood and stuff?
No, not always. Just the
Most of them are
aggressive ones.
owned.
Yeah, the ones that are roaming around actually are nice and around. If there's ones that get out that aren't supposed to be out, that's the ones we're referring to.
Well, I would say that answers my question. The main reason why people love to live out here is because they don't have a boss to answer to. Some slabbers, not all, but some, live on government checks.
Month of stimulus money, extra money for food stamps. And I would say 80% of the people who live here full time use food stamps.
Okay.
So that's almost a quarter of the amount of money that they've been getting for 2 years for food.
Y'all usually get checks from the government monthly, or?
I don't get any. I get
Okay.
food stamps, but
And others like Yodakota and Valkyrie live on donations by selling their art they create. And just like their neighbors, meet Deborah and Kevin, local residents of Slab City that have been here for quite some time.
So typical camp is most people stay in RVs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them aren't even working. They're like beat up, but they're shelter. And,
Sure.
So really, if you have shelter and water, you can pretty much, and food stamps, you can live out here all year for pretty much free.
I see that.
I don't understand the trash. A lot of the trash is just because people come and go and they just leave everything.
Sure.
The wind blows a lot, and there's when it rains, it actually floods and washes out areas, so a lot of trash gets moved around. So it's not the best part, but it's
And that's just it. Kevin mentions the trash that gets moved around a lot and has nowhere to go. Considering this is BLM land, which is basically a short way of saying living off-grid, there's no sewers, no law enforcement, and no trash pickup. So where does the trash go? Some slabbers bring it to a landfill, and others bring it out in the deserted part of Slab City. It looks like this because most slabbers don't have transportation, so they aren't able to throw away trash properly.
If y'all had one wish, what would you wish for?
Damn car.
I have a car, but I want her fixed.
The car is like, it opens everything up for you in life, yeah.
And that seems to be the biggest problem around here. I usually ask the slabbers, if you had one wish, what would it be? And most of them say the same thing. I wish I had a car.
Types of water. We get what's called city water. We get canal water. Canal water is dirtier, so we use it for things that are dishes or something. And then we can cook with city water. You can drink city water. But then a lot of times we just buy bottled water and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, water is kind of the biggest challenge out here because you got to pay for it, and you can't pay for it with food stamps. That, you know, I've been by here once and they keep donating over time, you know. So Deb kind of manages a lot of the donational stuff, and we get food donations, we get clothing donations. There's a fair amount of effort of donations around the whole. So it's clothes, it's food, it's money, it's vehicles and facilities. When you get into families, there's, you know, other things that the state helps too, I guess, with.
Sure.
But so a lot of people are involved in arts. A lot of the stuff you see going through the trash is they're collecting things that can potentially be reused in art, and a lot of the camps are made out of everything you can find, you know, bed pieces and bicycles, and everything kind of gets repurposed or drawn up. A lot of people driving through, that's basically what they're looking for, is some kind of, you know, little thing they can take home that's been made out of something that says Slab City on it. That's a lot of what the art stuff is theirs. Sometimes we have way more art and way more people. Actually, Monday's not a real big time, so and there's people that actually fill up these cubes and bring them out. These cubes are like $40 for city water.
Oh, wait, what is this here?
It's a cube of water.
That is a lot of water. Wait, where do y'all get that from?
Actually, a person will bring a truck out and pump it in there. I think, you know, so yeah, it's like, I think it's like $40 for a cube of city water like that. Yeah, you really think about it, but you know, it's
and y'all shower with that, flush the toilet with that?
So, you know, a lot of these outhouses, but there's no reason you couldn't have, you know, water driven for toilets if you wanted to rig it up. Most people don't. Most people have outhouses. So a lot of people have restrooms in the RV, you know.
Sure.
And that's more environmental control, so you can have air conditioner heater, so that's kind of nice, you know. Yeah, and basically, you know, it's interesting. There's no police driving around. There's nobody checking. There's no city licenses. There's none of this stuff. But, you know, it's a lot safer than you think.
Y'all smoke a lot of weed around here?
Well, yeah.
Being that it's California?
It's California, you know, I mean, it's free. So, I mean, it's not free, but it's not against the law. So, yeah, I would say a lot. I would say most everybody here probably has some kind of,
sure,
you know, something they're into.
How much weed do y'all usually smoke a day, like, you know, here, on average?
Less here than I've done other places, just because it's heat and stuff. You just don't really necessarily,
sure,
you know, and you're working and stuff. So, I mean, there's actually a lot of work to do.
I noticed when I drove through, I saw a couple of abandoned trailers, and they were legit abandoned because they were all burnt down. What happened?
Okay, this is one thing that is kind of the challenges out here. If you make an enemy, they might come burn your camp down. So, you know, they literally come burn the camp down. So, wow. But pretty much, you know, if you did something you shouldn't be doing and people want to get rid of you, they burn your camp down. You know?
Right.
And then fire is easy out here, so sometimes it's just fire. But.
And Kevin, just like I asked them up front, if you had one wish, what would you wish for?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I even have a wish, because, I mean, I'm healthy, and, you know, once you're healthy, then that's 90% of the battle. I mean, the next step is, you know, I had one wish, it would be a Mercedes Sprinter van that I could convert. And
definitely.
You know, right? That would probably be the only thing that would be nice to have.
Anybody, really, any artists that want to make things and sell them out here, they're welcome to come. So we have different things, and we take orders and stuff. Like, Nick's going to put this, he's working on this table and chair set right now. That's pretty cool. We get a lot of things that need repair or, you know, just need to be arty.
I was basically writing software for corporate 500 companies for the last 40 years and decided I'm tired of sitting on a desk and I'm going to get out and do something. So that, I don't know if this is the first place to go, but it ended up being here. This is kind of as rough as you can get in the United States, actually.
As you can see, the art community is quite extensive here at the Slabs, and there's nobody that showcases that better than the owners of the think tank. Meet Tom, Liss, and Opal. This place is truly remarkable, and perhaps it belongs in a museum.
Oh my goodness. Hey, thank y'all so much for this opportunity. I've been wanting to see this place. Oh my God. This is like a museum in here. Do y'all sleep there?
Yeah.
No. This is starting to look like Mortal Kombat now or something. Look at that. So, okay, who gets the top, the middle, and the bottom?
No, it's just one bed.
Oh, it's just one bed.
Yeah, you just get up on a chair. That's just stuff underneath our bed.
Yeah, I put the pillows and blankets usually under there.
This is so cool. Yeah, like, how do you...
Oh, okay. Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that.
Climb up in it.
Oh my goodness. Y'all got the life in here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What if it rains?
It's all right.
It's
it
good?
doesn't rain enough. It's my shower, I guess.
Yeah,
it
it
don't
doesn't
rain
rain
enough
enough.
for you to say so.
I mean, it actually feels good when it comes to that hole.
Yeah. It's not. It's very great.
Oh my God, Tom, I'm impressed. Thoroughly.
Yeah.
Awesome place.
I take pride in where I sleep. I came here with an open mind and a new start or whatever, and it just that. I'm doing fine. I have been through some crazy fucking shit out here. I got bit in the face by a rattlesnake. No. I laid my head on it underneath my Volkswagen Baja buggy.
You know what kind of snake it was?
It was a baby sidewinder. They're one of the most dangerous snakes. That fucking shit almost killed me, man. I don't go to the hospital for nothing, and I didn't go to the hospital. I was sick for like 2 months. I've almost lost my arm to gangrene.
You feel better now?
Oh yeah, this was how many years ago? 3 years ago or something. I've been here for years. I lose track of time and everything here, because I don't leave here ever for nothing. That's where I'm at.
How long you been staying here?
I don't know exactly how long I've been in this tank, but I've been here for better part of a decade.
I heard you were not one of the first ones to acquire it, but how did you acquire this?
My friend Bernie, great guy. He lived here, and we moved in. When we first got out here, we stayed with him for a while, and then we went and built a camp in a stage, and every Friday night we had all slabs. The Saturdays the range, and we had Friday nights, but then we closed down, and my buddy got sick and had to go to the hospital, so we were asked to come here and look out for the place. And when we got here, it was abandoned, so it was all run down, and we opened it back up, and I've been here ever since.
Yep.
But
doing our own thing.
And I ain't never gonna fucking leave.
That's fine. Yeah,
I'm here until
home.
I'm married to this place till death do our part.
Gynecologist table, babe.
It's a gynecologist, vaginecologist. They still get the stirrups. The stirrups come out.
I use it as my chain lounge.
And then
The little leg things?
I'm kind of cleaning and organizing stuff in here.
Oh my goodness. So this is the gynecologist table.
Yep.
How in the heck did this end up in a think tank like this
I put it
from
in,
the military?
I put it in. That's a morgue table
Someone was
over there.
giving it away, and I said I wanted it as a chaise lounge, so I could sit on this and kind of lean back and just chill and do my artwork on it and paint and whatever.
That very much is a chaise lounge.
Hey, it works for me, man. I'm not
It's a
knocking.
morgue table. This is
It's actually comfortable.
it's from the morgue, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a morgue table?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's a smaller one. It could be for like a child or something.
No. It's full. It's full size. It's got
Really?
the bleed out. It's got the It's
Oh wow, and it even raises too.
it's got a body bag thing on it, I guess.
Oh my god. Do y'all how do you get up top there?
From the ladder over
From the
here on the
rooms
wall.
over there on the wall. There's
I didn't even notice that.
That's where I sleep. I sleep up there on the roof
Yeah, we
sometimes.
sleep up there too.
When it's hot and I don't want to be in here, I sleep up there. There's a couch up there and stuff.
Yeah.
You get a suntan up there.
Yeah, you get sun.
You get a full view all the way around.
Yeah, it's the highest point in Slab City, so it's you get a full one. You know, you get a full view of every. You can get up there, you can see the rooftop of every camp around here.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to fit.
It's not that place up here is the next.
Oh, I could fit. Oh my God! So this is like on top of the think tank, and you have to squeeze through this little bitty hole right there to get through. I could barely fit, but I got it. And Tom says sometimes he comes up here and sleeps. This is so cool. And what is this thing? This looks like some kind of crossbow. I don't know what that is. I think it's just decoration, but it could very well work because you do have like little pedals here, and it might launch the crossbow with a skull on it too. If somebody gets injured around here from a snake bite or anything else, or you're sick, y'all have a doctor?
Yeah, I do actually. I have somebody that doctors me in the slabs.
Okay.
That can do it. You know, he's real thorough and he's real good, and he can do minor surgeries. He's done it. He's done a couple minor surgeries on me before. I trust him. He's all right. I'm still alive.
What kind of surgeries they doing at the slabs here?
Well, my buddy, he did the one when I got bit by a snake. It bit me right above my eye. I laid my head on it underneath my Volkswagen. He bit me right above my eye, and there's no reports of anybody living through something like that. Yeah, I was pretty close. But when I say I almost died, it was close. I was turning gray. I was turning colors and shit. I was starting to get a little nervous. He cut my head open, went up in above my eye with a syringe, sucked out 4 shot glasses of venom.
No.
It was scary. Yeah, it was a close call, man.
Other half held him down.
Well, at least they got somebody here at the slabs that knows what they're doing with that.
Yeah. He knows. He was very good, very clean. My wife said I wasn't really coherent, but she said he was real clean and real thorough. He did a good job. I'm still alive.
Yeah. Tom says he's never going to leave the think tank because he knows he has a high-valued property. And speaking of high-valued properties, let's just say if you're a nomad traveling through town, or let's just say you're a tourist and you want to rent a room at Slab City. Well, guess what? That's possible. Turns out you can rent rooms on Airbnb, or just drive up and talk to the owners. Top places to stay at Slab City would be Mojo's Camp, the California Ponderosa, or the Slab City Hostel. And there's nobody better to talk to about that than Bob and Bear from the Slab City Hostel.
Because it's a place that you can show up traveling and you can get a place to stay for $10. You know? It's made more generally for travelers so that it's not so expensive like getting a motel room for $50.
How many rooms do y'all have here?
I've got, and that's a problem on Airbnb. It's hard for people. Hard for me to put stuff on there because their whole thing, they set that thing all up. It's hard for me to explain what it is that I have here. And, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 campers that I rent out.
On this property?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 campers. And 3 of them are on Airbnb. I have 3 listings. Like one says Slab City Hostel, True Desert Experience, you know.
Are there people here now, or?
There's 8 people living here.
Oh, okay.
These are the bathrooms. They're just porta-johns, and we dig a big hole.
And it just goes in the ground?
Yeah, and then when it gets full, we just cover it up and move it. When we put lime in there and stuff, and we keep this.
Yeah, I don't smell anything. That's the lime, huh?
Yeah, we spray for flies and shit. This is another water tank we have for the shower. This is a solar shower. You just have to have a solar panel, like here. There's a solar panel here, and then you have to have a battery and a little 12-volt pump. Not much, but
I get my own water, and Father Son, thank Father Son. Always stop every day, thank Father Son, okay? But you can just go in here and you can just turn it on right now.
Oh my goodness. That is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen yet.
Yeah.
In Slab City. Water.
I get $5 for showers. People come here and pay me $5 for showers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's a little bad now. That's what the sun will do in one summer. Because it's open.
Does the water in the sun?
No, the sun just destroys everything.
Oh, wow.
Here. If you leave stuff leaking out and it's like plastic or this or rubber, it'll be ruined.
So if one of the slabbers want to come take a shower, they come see you?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of them do.
It's very interesting.
Oh, yeah, my full name is White Horse Medicine Man. One who moves the winds and airs and brings healing to the people.
That's why they call you White Horse. I could tell you take pride in that name.
Well, I was told to take pride in it because I was given it and I was having a hard time embracing it, you know what I mean? Because it's the way we are as human beings.
Sure.
You with me? You with me? Okay.
As our conversation continued, I think it's safe to say that Bob seems like a laid-back guy, but I know I had to dig a little bit deeper. So I asked him, how was his childhood growing up? I wanted to know what kind of person he was and wanted to become. I wanted to know, why would someone choose to live this lifestyle?
Just tell you, man, it was fucking bad.
Oh, really?
Okay? Yeah, it's not even easy to talk about, okay? I had a complete mental breakdown in my mid-40s because of what happened to me as a child. Left home when I was like 15, 16, you know, that kind of shit. It was bad. My brother killed my fucking sister. And all the rest of my family were going to New York and going on the Maury Povich show. And my brother was in prison at that point, and they were going to video him to Maury Povich studio, and my parents and my brothers and sisters were going to go to New York, and I guess he was paying them, I don't know. And they were going to air all this shit about him killing my sister and shit. I didn't have nothing to do with it. But that's enough said right there. It's fucked up. Suicidal. I almost committed suicide twice. I was only 18. And
what was troubling you?
I couldn't control my mind. I'd get horrible fucking images and stuff, sexual things, and they would be about God.
Okay.
It was like, you know, which would torture me because I was like, why am I having like these sexual thoughts about God and stuff? And it's like, that was the main problem. Plus, I had to keep moving because if I stayed around people for very long, I would start getting paranoid about stuff. And in the meantime, I would have these breakdowns, and I could tell that something was inside of me. Because I did almost kill myself twice. That I suffered from PTSD from my childhood, which included mental, physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. Okay, fuck that, whatever. But
which causes memory loss.
Yeah.
See, every human being on this planet Earth has a split personality. Every human being on this planet's mind is split. It just may not be split to the point in which you are not okay with it, or which others aren't, because everyone talks to themselves, everyone believes in something no one else does, so we are all alone in inside of ourselves. So we talk to different parts of ourselves outside of ourselves to different people. It's what they call mirroring.
Yeah.
It's called projection.
Yeah.
So I could be having a serious fucking problem right now and you wouldn't know it because I make a joke about it and laugh about it, and everyone else lies to himself and say he wasn't being serious about wanting to kill himself. He's joking. He's only joking because he realizes after saying to others that he wanted to kill himself that no one gave a fuck. So he had to come to terms that even if he did kill himself, he didn't matter enough to no one to do any harm. So you got to try to figure out another reason why to live for yourself. And since he had questions that he couldn't get answered by religion, because no one religion has all the answers. So he had to fucking kick himself out from his past and make a new life for himself. And to do that, he had to be reborn again. And it was a future that he wanted and could see, and the past that he didn't want and could see, but it's all he could hope for. So he had to choose himself or the life in which he was living, which was also killing him and causing him to go crazy.
So I'm sure many of you may agree or disagree with what Bob had to say. From what I gather, I think he's an okay guy. He would be the first to admit he has mental issues, and he realizes he isn't perfect and may be misunderstood. You may or may not agree with him, and that's okay, because we all have different beliefs anyway. But he knows he's a good person, and he would be the first person to help anyone out that is in need. And at the end of the day, that's what really counts. Up to this point of the documentary, we covered quite a bit. Everything from how the Slabbers get their water, the Slab City currency, where they eat, where they sleep, the weather, and what they do for entertainment. The third and final part of this documentary is going to be as raw as possible, and I'm going to take you inside a day in the life of two Slabbers. Lewis, who you saw before, and his girlfriend Alice, who also goes by the name Christina. And just like many other Slabbers, she had a rough past.
I'm going to my 8th year.
Tell me about it. Like, why are you here in the Slabs?
I came out here to, well, I guess be free and enjoy life now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been interesting. About almost 4 years ago, I was attacked by my ex with a machete. My ex-boyfriend, Mick, loved him to that 62-year-old man, ended up getting hit like 12 times with a machete.
Oh my God. Wait.
And lived.
Wait, that happened here?
Mm-hmm.
What part?
Like way up in the slabs. But he lived, and my ex-boyfriend was like completely psychotic. Like, very obsessive, very hard on me through the last 10 years that I was with him. I was always trying to escape him, didn't work.
You don't have to sugarcoat it. Just show the truth. Because he's a homie, man. Don't worry.
Okay.
I wanted to come back.
You got a little bit of light I can use real quick. I'm blind as a bat at night. I just need to. Okay, thank you. Just don't want to trip over shit and fucking break my neck again.
Get some stuff. Oh, I got splinters in my hands. You want to help me with those?
If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish?
To marry Daddy.
That's one. And who's Daddy?
That would be Liss or Anna.
From what I gathered from my conversation with Alice, she had a rough life growing up. She means well, and her heart is too big to even hurt a fly. She has some issues though. We all do. But I know for a fact what would make her happy, and that is to be with Lewis forever, and to be closer to her family. So it's a Saturday, which means tonight Slab City holds a concert every Saturday night at the Range. It's the best way to meet all Slabbers at the same time. So we have to get cleaned up, and I'll be joining Lewis near the Slab City Hot Spring.
The green wet marsh here, and it comes out filtered and freezing year round. And I take a shower in there in August, and it's just as cold, and which is a godsend here. Like, yeah, it's nice. And yeah, these canals, if there's a grid down situation or shit hits the fan or whatever, they rely on an interdependent series of locks all the way to Colorado River. So if there's some disaster, it's going to stop the flow of these canals. But that will, in 80,000 years, that'll still be flowing, whether, even when the pipe degrades. As a natural hot spring comes up from the center of the earth, cycles about 1 million gallons every 36 hours. The water is completely different than the water that was there. So it's nice. It doesn't spread disease because it's constant cycling, moving water. There's no microbes in it, because it comes up. All the water sources here are cleaner than Flint, Michigan drinking water. some of them, like the hot springs, they're gonna have a sulfur taste, but it's perfectly safe to drink. This canal is the natural canal, so it's muddy, it's cloudy because it passes through the earth on the sides. There's some pesticide runoff from the local farms and stuff, but it's considering the other things that people who live here have to deal with as far as toxicity and like exposure to things that people who live in an apartment won't. It's relatively safe to drink. It's not going to kill you, and like increase your chance of cancer over 40 years. But most of us don't plan on living that long. But it's perfectly safe to drink. Safer than some places like Flint, Michigan.
So cleaner than Flint, Michigan water. Thanks, Lewis, but no thanks. I think I'll run up to the store and get bottled water instead. But the nearest grocery store is over 3 miles away, and most, if not all slabbers, have no car. So I don't blame them for drinking that. Anyway, nightfall is upon us, so we have to make it back to Lewis's camp to pick up Alice, and then head over to the range.
Hi, Nutty Buddy.
I'm good, baby.
All right. I'm taking one of each because there's extra. Do you want a Star Crunch?
Yes.
Yes. Do I know you would?
No.
Okay.
Give me a cherry pie.
We'll split the cherry pie because that's 2.5 each.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Trying to watch my diet?
Deal. No. I'm trying to eat the cherry pie.
Hey now. There's a time and a place for that, and that's not here.
My cherry pie. I'm taking the guitar because I got a bond with it. There's a slight bend in it, so I gotta like straighten it a little bit, but it is fucking pretty good to go. See this guitar? I asked for a guitar, and I asked a few musicians in Slabs. I didn't have one for a long time, and they handed me the acoustic electric at the range and said, "This is yours." Isn't that awesome? That's love.
You can carry my bag now. It's open for you to be able to carry.
That's definitely a daddy drum.
Yeah. I think it's heavier than it looks.
Yeah. You want to see her house, or you saw it already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's gotten cleaned up since the last time you saw it.
My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Work hard on my lifetime. No help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Woo!
How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? I will hold the candle till it burns up my arm. Oh, I'll keep taking punches until their will grows tired.
It's true. I still
Everything
get lost
moves.
sometimes
You will
at night.
see lines.
I walk home with my eyes closed,
Okay.
but I still get lost sometimes.
See, there's some lines in the ground sometimes that you'll see that look like these, like deep ones.
Uh-huh.
You're like, well, what's that for? Because the tree and bushes moved. Like, neither of us have walked into this bush. That's a new one, actually. It's kind of scary. Speaking
You
of
see all the tracks because we
moving.
go back and forth between her house, the bunkers, and my house.
follow
We
our
bring
tire tracks.
materials back and forth.
You get lost in the desert.
What do you
follow
need?
our
Okay,
tracks.
we bring baby carriages back and forth in the desert. What do you need? Okay, you need pallets. I need tarps. So I'll bring the pallets and reload
Yeah.
the tarps and bring them back down. We all do that.
Look what I'm about to do. Stand back.
Stand back.
Yep.
I'm gonna borrow a drill soon, and then I'll drill your door on. I carry this like big heavy door that they can't even move.
Right there.
Try to lift that door up.
Yeah. There's a mouse in it now.
It's a solid fucking door.
Are we?
Carried it up here.
Are we going in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come in here, yeah. She's just gonna get some back.
Look at that. I have, like, Yeah, so cleaned up a bit.
I wish I could have seen it earlier.
Should have warned you about that. It's equilibrium's a bit off.
Whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous
Tomahawk
thing.
moved, and she had this her trailer,
A lot of
and
damage.
she let transient travelers stay here, right? Lots
made
of
it
people,
terrible
so they
here.
kind of wrecked the place because so many different people stayed here. Like, you should have seen this before.
And it's so
She's been
unlevel, it all
cleaning
goes
for a
this
long
way.
time.
Oh, that's okay.
The leveling of the place is the worst.
I just gotten used to it.
We're gonna me and Sky.
Not when you walk.
Me and Sky are gonna level it for you. We already got the jacks in the
Yeah,
stands.
it's like not when you walk, and when you try to walk, it's like a terrible thing.
Half a cherry pie. A deal's a deal.
All right.
All right. There you go. I broke your pick.
Drink. I almost squirreled away. Now, where did I put?
You got your right here.
Huh?
Your right here from.
Wrong light. Now where did I put the phone?
You had your phone in your hand when I was
I know.
In your bag, maybe? I don't know. How many people have slept on this sofa, including me?
How many times did y'all do it on that sofa? Oh, okay.
What's the most times you've done it in a day? In a 24-hour period?
I don't remember.
Over 100.
Whoa!
Right?
That's ridiculous. I will be dead.
First time we slept together, 50 orgasms.
What?
That's how we go. Dick magic.
I keep track about it.
Dick magic.
I'll probably leave that out.
There's a daddy cult out here. I thought it was a joke.
Oh.
Oh, there really is.
There really is. They have meetings and shit. There's like 6 girls who like they have daddy cult meetings, and they call it daddy cult. I thought that was lying, and then I saw Carolyn walking down the road. You coming to the daddy cult meeting? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, that's not a real thing, but it is a real thing.
Well, y'all have a lot of time on your hands, I guess. So if I turn this light out, oh, we do have light, sort of.
Yeah, there's other ambient lighting in here too. Right?
Yeah. Sets the mood.
It's because my battery is screwed, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm redoing her electrical.
Alice, am I allowed back there?
Yeah, it's a kind of a train wreck right now.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
But I did my lighting right here just now.
Oh, wow.
That
Actually,
blinky
kind of
light
like it
bulb.
back here. I smell weed.
That's because in that tote is a whole bunch of weed, and that dresser door is a whole bunch of weed. I'm not joking. You want to see?
Sure.
Hold on. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
Like, it's really potent in here.
Yeah, that's because of what is in this.
I think I'm getting high just smelling it. Jesus.
I'm not joking when I say.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It
What?
sounded like an nerdgasm.
Alice, what is going on in here?
This is my separating system.
You got a whole front yard growing right here.
No, I've got more than this.
What the hell?
I've got a third of the trash bag still full.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is the most Jeez, that is the most weed I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, even on TV. Like, this takes the cake.
Yeah, and it's legal.
Oh my god. Wait, how did you acquire this much
Never
weed?
asked that question.
Okay.
I didn't rob anybody, I promise. No, it's not. CBD. That's also promised.
You're like the queen of weed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ex-pirate queen, but yes.
Alice, you've been holding back on me.
Why? Do you need weed?
No, I just wanted to see something like this. This is crazy.
I don't know, I think it's better.
Oh my good. Oh, It's so potent. Oh my goodness.
That's because it's like 13 different types of weed.
And what does that mean when you have 13 different types of weed
A
mixed?
whole lot of pata colada.
Oh my god.
Try to say that one a little fast, yeah. But my sorting system and stuff is, I usually go like this, and I'll find like bud bits, like huge nugs and stuff.
It's so
See,
potent.
like here's some nugs, little nugs.
What's the nugs do?
That's the pot itself. Like that's the one that'll get you the highest.
No.
Although with all this sifting around together, I'm pretty sure that this whole thing, if you just smoked it right now, would just get you stoned.
Oh my god, I would be dead after that. Do other slabbers ask you like for weed?
Yeah,
I
I usually give Jim weed.
Cool.
I have a secret stash spot for him, but these are the little buds that I still have to get out.
This is like a 10-gallon tub right here full with weed.
I know, and it gets bigger.
Jeez.
Because there's also a third of a trash bag. See, here's another big nug. I gotta go through and I gotta separate those from this.
Oh my goodness.
So you see why it takes so long.
Yeah.
And this was a lot fuller than this. It has condensed itself because it is grinding itself down as I do this.
Oh my goodness.
And then when I'm ready to, I go like
you must,
this.
You must have like a facility somewhere.
Nope, I make edibles. So I go like this. We've just sifted out, if you look, a bunch of the good stuff. Now I've got random things. These right here is what I save for hemp tea, which is not ever going to get you stoned because water is doesn't work with water.
I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
That is
so THC is non-soluble.
Oh,
so,
boy.
This right here is what I use for the hemp tea, and it's all medical purposes.
Okay.
It's easier to also sift through for the bud parts in this, because see, like, I miss a lot of bud.
Okay. So the bud is the most potent part.
Yeah.
And it's a good part to smoke?
Oh yeah, that's the part that I always smoke.
Okay.
And then I'll just use the leaves and stuff like that for that.
You got any other goodies you're holding back on me?
Well, I create a lot of stuff. I do a lot of art. Most of my art has been foofed away.
Okay.
Burnt up.
That's fine.
I make tails. I make wigs. I'm pretty skilled for the most part. Like, natural artist. It's a little weird.
I believe you.
Oh yeah.
But I am thoroughly impressed.
I also do a lot of special effects makeup.
With your weed collection, I'm thoroughly impressed.
Oh no, we're not done yet. Wait until you go to the living room. There's still the trash bag that I got to throw in here.
No. Wait, you have more weed?
Yes.
What?
I know. I know. It's
what
impressive.
is going on?
Just watch your step and don't forget to watch your head at all times.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, this is Tippy's little room right here.
What is a tippy?
The dog's room.
Oh, okay, that's
a
what
little
he's...
bed area. Isn't it cute?
Okay.
She has a padded bed. Oh, yep. Watch yourself. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're gonna go this way.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's so potent. Oh my goodness.
I know.
You're probably used to that, but I smell it like...
I smell it every time I come in my house. I'm like, oh, it's pot potpourri.
I smelled it even outside.
It's potpourri. Yeah, because my house will smell like this even worse when I start cooking the stuff down to condense it into a good form of butter so I can make my edibles. Butters, oils, all of the above.
Oh my.
And this is shit that survived the flood and everything.
It's like Mardi Gras season in there.
As you can smell, it's like some really good shit. Like, yeah.
And this is high quality.
This is some medical, some not. And that's probably what is no seeds.
Okay.
There we go. Now that's enough for a joint. Whew. Yeah, and this is what I have to sleep next to.
You put a top on it?
There is no top to it. Free tote, not gonna complain.
Is that good or bad when you don't have a top?
It's good. It helps dry it out for me to be able to get the tea bags ready for it.
And she drew Daddy's girl. There you go, Liss. Daddy's girl right there.
Yep, it was on your film in the last one too. That's been on the back wall for a minute. Guys, that's what I am. Okay, here's this one, Daddy. And the pot stuff is actually in the bag that you're leaning against.
Okay.
Jerome? Yeah, ninjas.
Ninjas everywhere. Save yourselves. It's too late for me. Go on, hold them off.
Yeah, he saw my giant tote of weed, so that was fun.
Tell my children I love them, but I'm not in love with them.
Tell my children they're assholes and I love them only as a friend.
Yeah, you do know my dad.
Right?
Papeles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see your split and raise you a nutty bar.
See, we got some snackies.
Yes, you can't have
Sounds like a
pop
good
without
snack.
munchies.
Right.
It just ain't right.
And
My
I guess
mama
we're
raised me better
getting
than
ready
that.
to go to the springs.
The hot springs. We're gonna jump in
You're gonna jump in. I don't
boiling hot water in the
I
middle
did.
of the night. I'm gonna jump in, dive in, go 13, 14 feet down, touch the hot mud. That's 150 degrees with scalding bubbles.
No,
I do
Liss,
every time.
no.
Every time.
He does it every time.
I touch the bottom just in case my friends want to pull me in with them.
Your mom's box. No, your mom's box.
Oh my God, that was her password, right? That was your password.
That's my password. Is you have to yell penis to get the password to my phone's
Her
Wi-Fi.
in the range was called. That's how before
Yell
I knew you, I
penis-
used to
yell
say yell
penis for
penis for password, and people would yell penis.
And then you would hear, it's your mom's sweet box. And they're like, what?
Before I knew you, I used to see the Wi-Fi network pop up. Yell penis for password, and I would see people all over. Penis.
New York's was the best because he was like, penis. Penis.
Try to see who it is. Yeah.
I was like, you can't whisper it, but it's your mom's sweet box. And he jumped and he was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, surprise, I'm a ninja.
Surprise, the pirate queen has dirty jokes. Surprise.
Yeah, I also got great one-liners. Remember that.
But
Pickup line. What's a good-looking guy like you not doing it a bitch like me?
You used that one on me before, actually.
Nice shoes. Want to fuck?
Wow.
And, so Halloween's coming up. Can I wear like a hockey mask? I got mojo.
The only pickup line I ever had was, did you fall from heaven because you're the devil?
No, I scraped my knees on the way up.
You fall from heaven because you're the devil.
That works.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one, though.
It's not untrue.
I seen lights over here, so I fucking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to Hot Springs. You want to go to Hot Springs?
Hi-ho, bunny.
Huh? We're going to the Hot Springs. You want to come?
Hi, baby. I might be there in a minute.
I got this new car. I just need a little bit of, I got to raise the because I got some stick down there. But otherwise, than that, cool.
He's mad, B.O.B.
Got your guitar finally, huh?
Yeah, they are. DNA, of course. I helped them do the one in the cold shower, the new one. But yeah, DNA and Jimmy, they fucking work, man. They throw work parties, but it's sad because they'll say free donuts and coffee at the Hot Springs. Come help us clean up or come help us fix it. And people don't respond to it.
Wait a minute, what's the solid stuff?
It's algae growths because of the flood. I mean, I don't like to go into algae. It's perfectly benign and tested in water. The water test results are available online. Like, I'm one of the people who goes to the bottom of the vial and gives test results. But it's not normally full of algae. It's normally relatively clear water. The canal
Sorry
is
for the
going
animal
through the same
disturbed,
thing.
not really, fuck you.
It got so much
It's just naked.
wash from that flash flood. Remember, from flash flood is chest high. Look how low that is. So that's an extra 10 feet of water on top, which an erosion, a tremendous amount of erosion. So algae growth comes from all the erosion, puts microbes and food into the water, and then algae grows for a little while crazy. But we also had a lot of mosquitoes and flies with descending water, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes the
It's
population.
only stagnant like this because there's a clog down the way.
It's because of the flash flood, but it's just algae.
Yeah.
I can move it for you.
I got it, Daddy. See?
I can move the
Look,
algae out.
I got it, Daddy.
For normal. If you have good balance and you can normally walk that, if it was on the ground, then you could definitely walk it here. Like, yeah.
Okay, I'm not the squishy part.
Okay, it's very, very stable.
That's squishy. Okay, more squishy. Don't like squishies. Squishy's gross.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, right? Wait, ew.
Yeah.
Squishy spot.
Yeehaw.
Squishy. I don't like squishy.
I gotta remember leave my pants here because what I've been doing is walking over there, take my pants off before I jump in, and I'm like, I gotta walk and get my pants.
Back.
What up?
Right? Ninja's favorite drink? What up?
What up?
Squishy stuff, yeah.
I like squishy stuff.
I don't like squishy things.
It feels good between my toes.
Lewis, where are you going?
I'm going to jump off the concrete and dive into the...
I thought you were walking back home.
Not naked.
I dive naked into this thing by myself in the middle of the night all the time.
I thought you were walking back home.
Been here for 2,000 days and it's still scary. I never rush. Well, when you're doing something that could end your life, you never rush. You don't have to. That's why you trespass. Got to do a little dance first. Got to thank God in case it's my last day here because I did jump in there. But no, I do this every time I get in. It's the only way I get in.
Surprise. Hi, Daddy.
Hi. You stick your hand down. I mean, it's hard to say how deep it is because there's a couple feet of mud before you even hit anything. That's why I say we're also the closest city to hell because of the lowest elevation. You go down there, take some mud, you touch the devil's horn, you know? Closest city to hell.
You
touch the devil's horn and steal some mud and run back up.
So you can touch the devil in his butt? What?
You know,
That's not allowed. That costs extra.
Actually, Dante's Inferno, how they get out of the ninth circle of hell, is you have to climb up the giant devil's body, and when you get to his fucking dick, you turn yourself around, and you climb down the legs and you come out somewhere else.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, well, not Jesus, Satan. Dante's Inferno. I guess it's a little better than Inferno.
Dante's Purgatorio.
Yeah, that's the second part.
Is that like, it's me, Mario?
Second part of Dante's Inferno. Dante invented the language of Italian, and you're an Italian, so you should appreciate
Yeah,
this.
buongiorno, che say?
The Italian language, as you know it, was invented by Dante, who wrote Dante's Inferno, so that locals could read and write and understand in their own dialect, because everything was written in Latin before that. And Italian is not Latin, as you know, and I know. It's not Spanish either, but you can read it, but it's hard, right? You or I could read Latin, but it's
Italian
difficult.
and English phrasing a little bit wrong.
My grandma's best friend was an Italian lady who lived next door to her.
Somebody's creeping up on us.
My mom.
Not really creeping. Could be my
People come to my house all the time. She'll tell you this. I sit here with people because they knock on my door and say, "Can you come to the house? We're gonna sit there with me." It's late. Young women, old men. A lot of people. You too.
Mel.
A lot of people.
Oh, it's a four-wheeler.
Me, Ray, Waterboy, Raymond. A lot of us, we would guard this. So don't worry. You're with one of the security guards who works here. You know. Also, I can't think of a single person who could fucking whip me, even with a weapon. I fought one guy with a stick twice. He had a firearm twice. Second time, he shot at me, and I won both fights anyway. I'm coming over there to fight.
Hey, who's that?
He was ready to fight a ghost.
Oh, what's up, Mike? How you doing?
This motherfucker thought I was a ghost and wanted to fight the ghost.
A little late, but
It's okay, we just got here too.
Who's that? Who's
Mike.
There? Mike. Oh, we were just talking about you.
Hello.
You got sofa crashing privileges throughout
Yeah, I
the
was
whole
letting him know
neighborhood.
that you got the A-OK.
Everybody's like, you need to crash on the sofa, crash on mine, crash on hers, crash on Sky's. See how much love you got? You pick a bed and lay your ass in it. I don't pick my songs on it. I got 2 Whitney Houstons, 2 Bjorks.
No, there's gonna be a heads up. I'm gonna be doing some
Nirvanas
drugs.
I could have saw coming,
Oh,
but like
okay. Good.
Wu-Tang and a
Just so you
System of a Down, like
What kind?
Whitney
I
and
tweak.
Dolly and
Weed?
No, I tweak.
Oh,
just-
what is
since I
it?
play by ear,
meth.
I just play
Oh,
and I
shit.
find a song, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but
that
I
sounds
don't
like
do it
this
the normal
song.
way. I don't shoot.
So it's weird.
Never had a needle in my body that wasn't related to hospital visits or childbirthing.
I've never put a needle in my arm for pleasure.
Nope. The only thing I stabbed myself with
But my mother
is,
did and my
well,
child
thorns
did.
apparently,
My
because
mother
even the
did
thorns have
for a long
thorns out
time.
here.
My son did for
Assholes.
2 years. They're both fucking clean as fuck.
Yeah, Parker.
You're already effeminate enough, bro. I had a girl who liked me in the projects, and when she finally told me, she was like, "I didn't kick at you because I thought you were gay." She's like, "You cross your legs and you read the New York Times and shit." I'm like, "What?" You know? I was like, "Am I that effeminate?" She's like, "I just thought you were gay. You know? You wear fur coats and shit." Like, all right. That's why I didn't kick it to you. And I was like, "Why do you even like me?" You're like, "You went out to dope, man, and another guy who went to prison for 10 years. Like, what the fuck? Why have a count with them? You know, I wear a fur coat." She's like, "You wear a fur coat, call yourself daddy, you paint your nails, you a pimp, and the only thing sexier than a thug is a pimp." And I was like, "Oh shit." But I'm not a pimp. They punch me in the face, all of them. I don't punch them in the face, and I don't take their money.
Alice, that goes like directly up your nose, or
No,
is it?
just this piece right here goes
Oh,
right
okay,
there.
okay. Just picking your
It's like a
brain.
trumpet.
Yeah. I hate the taste of this stuff, so like.
I don't want to know it. Well, actually, I smoked a cigarette the other day because I took some snipes and somehow a little tiny butt got in there. So
I remember that. That
yeah,
was
I was like, ew, it tastes like gasoline. What does this taste? And then the other guy that was with was like,
That was me.
I don't know what it tastes like, but I know the smell. I know that smell. And I was like,
That was me. I smelled it. I'm like, yeah, I can smell it.
It didn't do anything to me, I guess.
It was
it's
a
not
small
efficient
amount.
to smoke a piece of powder in a
It's
cigarette,
probably a small
perhaps.
enough piece, but
Didn't-
man,
yeah,
when it
didn't
burns
do
on a
anything.
cigarette, it smells awful.
What,
Didn't get me high or anything.
what's that make you feel like? The hit from it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
Me,
just
it
like
normalizes
Adderall.
My,
Okay.
It's just like Adderall.
I'm
yeah.
paying pretty much to stay sober and calm, apparently.
It just feels good.
I have no feeling with it. I've
Oh,
been
okay.
doing it for the last 10 years.
So
All right.
I could tell this from Adderall, and I've tried it a few times, but I can't smoke or snort or inject or anything. But I'm not a hypocrite. Like I try, I swallow it or whatever. But and I took Adderall, so it's just like Adderall. It's actually the same molecule, one level off. So Adderall is just like that. It gives you the energy of it, but
So wait, does that mean
it
that
makes you a little
meth
sharper.
was created
Meth
because
makes
somebody
you a little
messed up?
dumber, like being stoned. Meth makes you stoned like a little dumber. Adderall does the same exact thing, except it makes you a little smarter. It's very similar. I mean, I would always choose Adderall. I mean, it just takes months to get a prescription, which I'll probably do because animals. Yeah. and respond, okay?
Somebody's stuck in the vehicle. Go, 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 go,
I'll
go,
go.
go, go,
I'm coming.
go.
I'm coming.
911.
I cannot hurt myself on the way. I'll never make it.
911.
All right.
Okay, he's got 911.
Yeah, I'm calling 911.
911, what is the emergency?
Yeah, can you come to Slab City? There's a massive fire in somebody's
People
house,
inside.
and there's people inside.
Over in the hot springs.
What's the address? Hot Springs. Hot Springs.
Hot Springs in Slab City?
Yes.
There's people and animals.
There's people and animals inside. What's on fire? A trailer?
A whole camp.
Yeah, right by the Hot Springs.
We have 911 on the phone now!
Huh?
How many people are inside, do you know?
I'm not
Two
sure.
that we know of.
Two?
Two, and there's at least 3 dogs.
Okay.
It's just Rick. All right, thank
They
you.
got one pin out.
That is a massive fire. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where my cats are.
Holy shit. The cat's over there. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit.
The other thing I like, if you want to come here and be a woman, you can come here and be a woman. And ain't nobody going to give you no hard time about it or nothing. And if I ever heard it, I would say something to somebody about it. That ain't right. You know, we don't do that. We want, as long as you're not a child molester, man, you can come here and wear women's clothes, be a man or a woman, and we don't care. We don't care about color. You never hear the N-word here, ever, ever. It's just not mentioned. So, you know, everybody's welcome to come here. We don't care.
If you're looking for a bunch of fucking drug-fueled fucking party animals, you're gonna find it. It doesn't matter where you are. That's everywhere. That's anywhere you find
In
it.
the middle of the fucking forgotten desert. We're scavengers, but we're not scumbags.
I came to Slab City because I was curious, and guess what? I ended up making lots of friends. Hidden away from the prying eyes of society, this quirky community is a refuge for those seeking an alternative way of life. Among its inhabitants were people with stories as diverse and misunderstood as the land they call home. And I know by now that Slab City could be your friend or your worst enemy.
I've seen people, bodies, they pass away and their bodies from the sun explode. And when I say they blow up, methane gas blows up, that's what's in your body. You blow up. Yeah, open the van door and they're everywhere inside the van.
How do you know they're in there? Is it smells?
Yeah,
You
it
can smell it,
stinks,
yes.
man. It stinks
It's
bad.
something you won't forget.
That people come with their $60,000 sports cars just to see what the poor people are doing.
Oh, that
and won't even pull over it and give you a $5 bill to get a hamburger.
Yeah, you help them out of the sugar stand and they give you a pat on the back, give you $2.
But if you called your Babylonian towing companies to come out here, they
Pay
charge $600 just to pull their truck up out here.
If you ever find yourself passing through Slab City, take a moment to look beyond the surface. Embrace the untold stories, the hardships, and the dreams that shape the lives of those who reside here. For within these misunderstood souls lies the beauty of a resilience and the power of choosing a life that defines expectations.
You've never known what it's truly like to be alive or to have life in you or around you. Because anytime you get in an uncomfortable position, you run from it. So that's a fear-based result, which is fear and results in death, which results in loss of life. And anything that you don't have means you don't get it. So if you've never had it before, you knew what love was, you'll never get it later on because you don't have any idea what real love is. Real love is painful, truthful, and damaging. It's damaging to your ego. You'll have to hate yourself before you love anyone. And if you can't hate yourself, then you'll never know love because you got to love yourself and hate yourself and laugh it off. Give me a perfect life, make me happy, and let me fucking share it.
And you're doing it.
Right now. I'm living the perfect life, man. There's everything out here you need if you can get it.
Slab City is more than just a place to me. It's a sanctuary I call home. Nestled away in the California desert, it's a vibrant and eclectic community where unconventional souls find themselves solace and freedom from societal conventions. Here, individuals from all walks of life come together to form a tight-knit community that values independence, self-expression, and the pursuit of simple pleasures. The abandoned concrete slabs, remnants of a military base, serve as a blank canvas for creativity and self-expression. With colorful murals adoring the walls, Slab City is a place where I can truly be myself and live life on my own terms, surrounded by a community of like-minded people who embrace all people and celebrate the beauty of simplicity. It's a refuge that fosters a sense of belonging and acceptance, making it truly feel like I'm home.
It's pretty important to me. And I'm not trying to earn my way to heaven. It's not earned. I'm doing me.
And realize that everyone is a human being. Every single one of us, and every single one of us have our own little things that we have to deal with and things that we don't have to deal with, and just that people just stop being so bloody judgmental about other people's decisions.
What's your favorite thing about this area, Slab City?
I'd probably say the people.
Yes, the people. They make it an extraordinary place like no other. Amid these compelling landscapes and rampant expressions of individual freedom, we witness the different facet of humanity. I hope these raw, honest portrayals have given you a glimpse into an alternative way of life, where the rules of conventional society are written each day. Thank you to every resident who welcomed me with open arms and allowed me into their private spaces, sharing their stories and dreams. Every laughter, every tear, every candid moment showcased has told a story that deserves to be shared. As we close this journey, we remember that Slab City, in all its intelligence, charm, chaos, and allure, will continue to thrive. It is a testament to the human spirit's resilience, the relentless pursuit of freedom, and the definition of home in its most unconventional form. So as the sun sets on my voyage, I turn the camera off, but the spirit of Slab City still lives on. Do keep reflecting, questioning, and exploring. And until my next adventure, stay curious and keep exploring the roads less traveled. Remember, as is etched in the atmosphere of Slab City, living free without society's chains. Thank you for watching.
us out, man. How does it feel to it? Tell me shoot to it, you know what
Sorry. Mimi doesn't.
No, that's actually good. I like that. No, I like that.
Face noodle. And he likes people to look at his butt. That's a nice butt, Jack. That's a very nice butt.
That's a good boy.
Let him see your butt. Let him see your butt, Jack. That's a nice butt. It's a little strange.
Ninja. I got that on. I'm leaving that in the film.
Your donkeys.
I feel eyes upon me.